energy efficiency and renewable energy is what makes a difference. Germany is one of the largest countries in the European Union, only about half the size of Texas. Once you get outside of the big cities, farms are still dominant. And people customize the villages to date them to the Middle Ages. But Kevin, I brought you to something you don't see a lot of. They have the new subdivisions in construction. The rest of these different villages. Concrete block is covered with the beautiful German windows. And then the very style roof. Also see every single roof in a lot of solar. Either solar photovoltaic or solar thermal. And that's because the government is 30% of the energy consumption of any new building is renewable energy. Solar, geothermal, or using biomass, wood pellets. That's really great. Absolutely. What they're looking for is energy independence. You see, they don't deal with oil. They buy the oil from the so they're looking for energy independence. Generally known as big nuclear use. That was once the case there. They once had 17 nuclear power plants in the country. And now they're challenged themselves. They're going to be free of nuclear by 2050. Not a lot happening. Free of nuclear by 2050. And what it leads to is the idea of energy independence, where on every single residential roof they want to have a local electricity generation. Every single flat roof, every supermarket is covered in photovoltaic panels to make electricity. And every rich community is having some wind generation. This is not renewable. It's only about 1,100 years old. Really? Wow. But I brought you one of the new houses. This is only 120 years old. It's the solar up on the roof. These people take the chemistry seriously. Alright, so let me take you through this heating oil water. This is oil fire. This is not the pencil way you use it. That's done here through a pellet boiler. Instead of burning oil, it's burning these. These are local gums and debark and then extruded out using pellets.
I recognize the pellets used back in the U.S., but I also think that it's sort of a pellet stove. How would heating up and set the heat?
This is a heating boiler and there's basic industry together here. There's a truck that delivers it. There's a conveyance medium that sends a tube from the blower down into a unit right here. There's a hot inside here. There's a modulating burner that can fire up and down the system. So now you're not going to stop this thing boiling yesterday. So once you get it going, you have to do something that you make. So in that case, heat and water can go over here into this super insulated storage unit. So this is really a BTU battery storing energy that's going to be used for any other building.
Okay. So eventually we're sending this up the radiator?
That's right. So it leaves through here, and this is the mixing down here into a single circulator, not five, one. Super efficient circulator of pushing water through this pipe right here. The radiator is a local thermostatic radiator valve that makes every radiator consumable.
Wow. We got a lot of those there.
And super efficient.
Very cool. So if this is going to the radiator, how are we getting hot water?
Well, there's another tank closer to the shower. What that is solar. The solar sends energy down through pipes to a coil, heats up the water. This tank is supersized and insulated. So even if there's no sun for 2 or 3 days, you still have water for that long. Absolutely. gauge right here, and you can see heating water. These right here goes to a backup coil.
So for my shower, the primary source of heat is the sun.
That's free.
The second one is down here, which means the second source of these wood pellets. And only if those two aren't enough does it ever fall on oil.
Yeah, and I'm told the system's working pretty good because this owner has not had that burner on him over a year.
Here, German without using any oil.
And for him, it lets him hedge his bets a little bit. Say oil became less expensive than the renewable, you can make this the primary and this the backup. I love this mechanical The steam is on just over behind us is beautiful village all tucked together. At the top of the hill, there's this, a bed and breakfast, also called a pension. And what they're doing here, mechanical, is really neat. Go right off the Of course. And what they're doing here is something really different. It's actually called combined in the building, but at the same time, they're making electricity.
And how are they doing that?
Inside this box is actually a gas generator. It's actually a gas engine.
Hold up, guys. Hello. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Hello. Hello. Well, there we go. Hopefully it's not. Okay.
What happens is, as the gas fires and there's a temperature difference, a piston goes up and down, up and down, up and down so fast that it generates electricity, about 1 kilowatt for every hour that it's on.
Okay.
Now that kilowatt of electricity can be used here in the building, or it can actually be sold back through the grid.
Oh, nice.
But one of the byproducts of this is extraordinary heat. So now that heat can be scavenged and used to good advantage. Comes up to a heat exchanger right here, and now it gets brought over to either fill this tank and heat this tank for water for the faucets upstairs for the bathrooms, or it can come over here through circulator pumps and mixing valves and be distributed out to the building to heat the building.
So that's a small little box, and you said there's 10 units upstairs.
That's right.
Can that thing make enough hot water and heat for the entire building?
It does pretty good. It's there, and if they need a boost, this boiler is here, but this only comes on about 7% of the time. It does most of the load.
So the system makes electricity, hot water, and heat for the room. In terms of efficiency, where does it stack up?
Wow.
Actually, it's reduced the total energy footprint here between electricity and gas by about 30%.
Wow.
Paybacks in about 7 years.
Oh, these Germans, they're into everything.
What's going on with this, man? I need to fix my microphone. It's acting a little bit, the balance kind of weird. But, that's what they're known for. It's just efficiency, guys. They don't have oil, so they have to figure out ways to just make sure they can get that oil moving. Even if they don't have any. So.
I'm impressed, Richard. I'm impressed to see all the different technologies being deployed, and also to see sort of the adoption on part of the German people. How many people have embraced this. But do you think what's going on here in Germany will ever go on in the United States, at least to this level?
It's hard to know. There's a lot of things working against it. One is, America is unlike Germany, that it has available fuel, natural gas and oil, and the price of gas continues to go down.
Thanks to things like fracking, the price of natural gas is down 20% or more.
That's right. It's hard to have a payback there. The other thing in America is that people move. Every 7 to 9 years, they're looking for a new house. Now, I see a building like this, and I would predict that this family has lived here for 3, 4, 5 generations. Certainly makes a lot more sense if you're going to talk about infrastructure like this solar, if you can have the payback for your kids and your grandkids. But I'm hopeful. Germany has proven that this technology works. They are the #1 user of solar in the entire planet. And the consumption story is pretty dramatic. Germany uses half per capita in the heating of homes and buildings versus Americans. That's pretty substantial. And people can get this technology if they want it now back in America.
Right. Well, I have heard you tell this Germany story.
Well, we're not coming along, man. Even my parents have a full unit in their home. In Puerto Rico, man, people are just getting solar left and right. So it's coming along, guys. In New York, even here in Wisconsin, we're getting to solar. So this was going years ago, so probably the perspective has changed a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, guys. Like always, I'll see you next one. I'm out.